Okay, this is the marketing site that I've done, which gives you a flavor for what WordPress actually looks like. And what we're looking at now is the what's called the back end of WordPress. When you actually set up a brand new site, let me click on my home. This is kind of what you see. It will be some sort of tips on where you are in the site, construction process, some handy videos that WordPress gives you to help you along the way, and this action sidebar and an opportunity to visit your site. But let's start on, this is sort of the back end, the controls, the password access for you to put material up on your site. But let me start on the other end of the equation, and we're going to actually visit the site and take a look at, now this is still not on the internet. You see up here, launch site. So I still control this behind the scenes, but this is an image of how the site sort of would look to someone who's seeing it on the internet. We were just talking about social media applications. You see here, for example, if I click on Twitter, this is my Twitter profile that will pop right up. And so anything appearing on Twitter would be available there. And for the most part, I try to configure my WordPress site so it's automatically feeding my other social media, whether it's Twitter, LinkedIn, and the like. And I also have a sample YouTube link with the idea that maybe in promoting my fictional marketing business, a YouTube channel might be very useful. This blog is trying to achieve two purposes. On the one hand, it's a standard blog addressing a variety of topics. And on the other hand, it's a basis for consulting. So starting with just the blog function, it's set up as a stream of articles. I've got a sort of a sticky upfront article on what's the site all about, its purpose, key takeaways, and of course, subscribing in my blog, a key function. This is an example of how your site is interactive. So if I click on subscribe, I'm going to come to a new page within my site to instruct me on how to subscribe to the blog. If I click on this button and put in my email address, it would automatically subscribe to me to the blog articles. And these are links to articles that have been done in the past to give someone a feel for what the blog is like. But this is a stream of articles on this marketing example. And my imaginary trip to New York, for example, key takeaways, things that I've done on that trip. I have a hobby, as we all do, on Toastmasters for public speaking. That's my particular interest. It's somewhat related to my capabilities as a consultant, but it's also just kind of some human interest in what I do. We talked about the young woman who has her lighthouse touring that she's constantly engaged in for her lifestyle business. Well, those kinds of things give a personal angle on someone, increase interest in reading your blog. And I get into launching an ebook. This is an example. I'm getting now into consulting where I would have an ebook and this would be something available. I can input a QR code for more information, or even have a direct link so people can buy it on PayPal. The blog is set up to have it's categorized so you can get the various information in a hurry. There's another link on Toastmasters, and let's look something a little bit more relevant to our marketing topic of the blog. So if I click on branding, I'm going to go immediately to all my articles on branding, and I also reflect this in the top menu of the site. So the software capability in this category feature of WordPress allows me to group together articles on strategy, articles on audience, articles on branding. So I click on audience, it's just going to pop up the articles on audience. And better yet, if I get a new article on audience with that category, it will pop up automatically on my website. So that's a powerful feature of this this particular software. The another feature is, again, I go to my home page. We all have a tendency sometimes to get lost on a website. So if you go to the very bottom, there is a footer with some convenient, handy links to allow me to sort of get in touch with key information. So one, of course, I want to have people find me, contact me. There again are my social media links, send in a general message, submit, and then that would be received on my dashboard so that I could get in touch with the individual. Another feature of this website is the search, so I can type in a search term and find the relevant blog article. And of course, I can click on home and get right back to where I started. So fairly basic format, a flow of blog articles, the information on the date, the author. You can also have comments. People will interact with this. I did just a comment there to give an example. These other links that have to do with my usage of the website as a consulting platform, talking about my ebook, how to apply for, giving some more information to apply for my consulting services, tutorials, for example. You can embed, this is actually a real video, talking about video. I've embedded a video from YouTube on a past presentation I did for nonprofits. And then I have some, and just a sample text on what could be case studies of my consulting, kudos and testimonials, and my linkages to the local Chamber of Commerce. You can also, it's very easy to sort of communicate to people, well, what's your approach, what's your consulting approach, your methodology. This is a template that I use to have it have this timeline displayed on methodology. And okay, I think that's about it in terms of our looking at the front end of what a website looks like.